Music and Jazz. This assignment's going to be for both classes as we go through here. Today's going to be another thing with MusicFirst Classroom for you all. So go ahead and get logged in with your username and password. Once you do that, okay, and I'm using a different class right now, you'll find Applied Music or Jazz, whichever one is yours. I have a class that I've built just for testing things. Your first assignment is going to be called Auralia Introduction Assignment. So I'm going to go ahead and take and open this. And then once you get here, there's going to be some instructions. For right now it says test assignment, but I will actually have full instructions there for you later when you guys get to this point. The instructions are there. If you need to comment, you can do that. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click Open in Auralia. Now, depending on if you are on a Chrome device or a couple other things, you can probably just open it up and it'll open up in the web. If you are on a PC or a Mac, there is actually a piece of software you can download. It will take and prompt you here. So, as we go through here, this introduction assignment is going to take a little bit of time. It's going to be basically all the big things that this software can do for an introduction test. It's going to ask us different questions on meter recognition, rhythm imitation, pulse tapping, rhythm dictation, dynamic, interval comparison, scales, chord comparison, chord recognition, and tuning. Now, I have always thought of applied music class to be a class that my goal is, if you decide to go and be a music major, you decide you want to go to college or you want to have even a minor in music and you want to go a little bit further than just the basic stuff. One of the things you have to take is a course called music theory. Music theory can get incredibly difficult as a freshman in college who hasn't had any experience with it. And we do our best to try and introduce concepts, but especially in the full band, we don't have time to do a lot of things. This software really is something that we may actually be able to implement with full band, but where I really think it's going to be of value is going to be applied music and helping you understand more about the whys and not just the hows. We spend a lot of time on the hows of playing, how to press your fingers down, how to make things. There's a lot of whys in why music is written certain ways. And Auralia is going to let us go ahead and take and start talking about it. Now, I'm not going to show you every single exercise all the way through. I'm going to show you an example of each one as I go through here, and I hope it'll help you to at least be able to take and follow the assignment through. Yes, there are a lot of questions on this. No, I am not going to grade this heavily. I'm grading it by being completed. I'm going to consider this to be a bit of a pretest. In a couple months, we will look at taking and doing more with things being a little bit fuller, trained, and see where we get to. So, once you're here, you're going to go ahead and press start. Okay, so what this example is asking for is if things are in duple or triple time. So duple meters are going to be your 2/4s, your 4/4s. Triple will be 3/4, 6/8, 12/8, all those things where we've got the pulse of the threes. So it's asking, what do you think? So you're going to go through and select your answer, and then you're going to press submit. Okay, if you're right, it's going to take and tell you that you're right. If you're wrong, it's going to show incorrect. And that's also going to take and give you a chance to hear the question again. You don't have to listen to the full example. You can go ahead and take and press submit. Okay, and that'll get you there. So with this section of the program, it's going to ask you to take and play back a rhythm. Now, these are going to be ultra simple because this is the most basic one I can set it to. I don't want to overwhelm people, but this is going to help us be able to take and remember rhythms and repeat rhythms back, and it's going to help us out later on with some other things we're going to be doing. So you're going to take and use your space bar, or let's use MIDI keyboard. None of you guys have that. So space bar is what you'll click. You'll click it in time. A hint as you go through here, listen for the higher pitch, which is the downbeat. If you start it on count 2 instead of 1, it's going to mark it wrong. So for this one, you're going to take and go ahead and press the space bar in time. Picture how your feet would move in time with a marching show. You're going to tap that pulse as it's playing. You get until the start of measure 5 before starting, and you'll just keep on doing it. It'll kind of give you a little bit of a response as you go along. So with this one, what it's asking you to do is to notate the played rhythm. So you can play it again if you didn't take and catch it, and that's what this little button is going to be. You can also change the tempo if you need to, if it's a more complicated one. So listen to that again. So one of the things I like to think about when I'm doing this, by the way, is how many sounds were there. It helps with making sure you have the right number of notes that you come up with here. And you're just going to click down here and drag whatever kind of notes it is up there. Press submit. Okay, and you can always listen to it again if you need to. So with this one, what it's looking for is you to take and describe the use of dynamics. Is it loud or soft? That's all it's asking on this one. So I know it's not an orchestra or something, but it's a piano and it's playing pretty loudly, so we're going to say loud. And it'll give you your response on your time there. Okay, so this is going to start getting into the heart of some ideas as far as comparing what sounds are. Are they farther apart or are they closer together? So you can listen to this over and over again. Read the directions. This loves to switch a little bit with the way it reads. Larger or bigger, the difference between them. So, and it may help to sing it. Ba-da, ba-da. So you can tell that the second is smaller, so we're going to say the first was larger. This is the section that I know will be the most challenging for you. So do your best, keep working on it. This is one of those scales we're going to work on. Again, this is a pretest, so if you have problems with it, don't panic. Okay, so what this one is doing is asking you to identify the scale. Now, I want you to think you're a B-flat scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's your major scale. The Aeolian is also known as the minor scale. Okay, it's the natural minor. So it's going to take and sound a little bit different. Now, the easiest way to describe major minor, minor tends to sound sadder. The big difference is the third note of the scale is flat as opposed to being in its natural or sharp position. So listen to this again and think about it. So it doesn't sound like your normal scale. Okay, it's a natural minor. And this will confirm it for us. Okay, so on this one, it's asking are they the same or different? So if you listen, you'll hear that the second one sounds different. Here, the top note's a little bit different, so you'd select different. So what this is doing is it's giving you a chance to take and to identify the chord, whether it's major or it's minor. So we're looking to see, does it sound like it's the happy sound of your major scale, or does it sound like that sad or minor scale? And you can listen to it again and again and help yourself out by, again, that replay button's awesome. Okay, I'm going to be honest, this is the most torturous segment of what I'm asking you to do today. It is taking two notes and you're comparing it where it sits. This sounds to me like you're tuning a piano, and it is one of the most horrendous sounds of all time. But being able to identify if something is flat or sharp compared to a bass note is so important for you as a musician. So you're going to go through and select which one it is. I'm going to play it again because I was talking too much. And it's like nails on a chalkboard, but the second one was just a little bit sharp. Okay, and it's going to go through and give you 4 more of these examples. I'm not going to make you listen to them all right now. So once you have all of this done, it's going to tell you that you've finished the task. It's going to go ahead and tell you can log out. So I'm going to go ahead and press that right now. If I go back now to the MusicFirst classroom, okay, and I reload, it's going to show submissions no longer accepted and take and give that there. I don't think this one auto grades. You can always get back to Auralia through here, and I want to encourage you to come through here and play with a few other things here. There are going to be assignments later on, but for right now I want you to at least see what you can do here. It's going to give different cadences and things you can do, but what I want to encourage you to do is click this second one, Auralia. And if you click here, this interval comparison, okay, this is something we're going to play with here pretty soon. And it's going to ask you to take and compare perfect unison, perfect fourths, fifths, octaves. And we'll talk about all of that there. And there's going to be a lesson there. We'll take and work on that one. Interval recognition eventually. It's going to give scales and tonality. It's got tuning, which is more of what we just did. And then taking and listening to some different things. This, to me, when I took and started playing with this a couple days ago, I was like, oh wow, this would have saved me in college. It wasn't something I really thought of doing much with the software side of things back then, because there were only a couple things there, and this has come light years from there. So especially if you're thinking about going in music, you might start going through and playing with this. We are going to be taking and doing stuff from each of these sections as we go through the semester and the year with applied music. We're going to have 2 focuses. We're going to be working on MusicFirst with Auralia and Note Flight and a couple other things, but we're also going to be working on our region music and solo ensemble like we always do. My goal is to have about 2 days. We are focusing on different assignments from here once we're back in the school year, and then we'll be doing 3 days as far as practice. Right now, we're going to be taking and using this a lot because it's a good way to document that we are doing stuff with you all. I highly encourage you to be working on that region music. Please take a look at it. If you don't have region music yet, it should be in the classroom by tomorrow, which is the day you're listening to this, as well as you can take and get a copy from me at rehearsal. I have all the music copied already. It's already there. You can work on it. If you've got the music and you've been trying to figure out how it goes, you can go to ATSSB or search on YouTube ATSSB, your E, and your instrument. And there is someone playing your pieces up there already. It's important that you start working on it now. With auditions coming in December through MusicFirst, you're going to have as many tries as you want on that recording set to make that best recording you can. Because of that, I'm thinking the bar needs to be higher for what we aim for with you performing. So, I hope this has gotten you started with Auralia. I hope you kind of have some fun with this too as we go through here. Music theory is not an easy thing, but I think as a musician, understanding the why of what we do is just as important as understanding the how of what we do. And my goal is that you begin, as the stronger musicians that are in applied music, you begin to understand the how and the why. So, thank you, and please comment to me through Google Classroom or email if you have any questions or concerns. You can also send me a message via Remind. Have a great weekend.